Hello, hello. I'm having some technical issues right now. I'm trying to get the show on live on YouTube. So give me a moment, please. Give me a moment. Please. Give me a moment. It was just okay a second ago, and I was like, not showing. Do I really gotta type this in again? I don't know what's happening. Hello, you guys. This is so frustrating. Let's fix this real quick. Let's see why this is not working. Almost done, you guys. I'm trying to figure this out. What is going on? Okay, copy. Copy. Let's paste it here. There's a paste. Paste. Okay. What's up, you guys? What's up? What's up? Go to my YouTube, you guys. In a second, I'll be posting. I'll be live on there. It was supposed to be live a second ago, but I don't know what just happened. I'm so annoyed, honestly. Super annoyed. But I will figure this out right now. Right now, we'll figure this out. Let's make sure it's all right. And then let's go live. Okay, we're live now. Oh my God, I don't know what was going on. Can you guys check on YouTube? We're live. We are live now. Let me fix my bed in YouTube. Oh my gosh. This is whatever. That's good enough. Who cares? Oh. Okay. And we are on. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here, and welcome to the Rock Mercury Show. So today we have 4 new topics from the Twitter trending topics. Twitter trending topics that we're going to be discussing. These are all topics that I have on my Twitter, Pop Rock Mercury, under the thread, The Rock Mercury Show Episode 2 topic thread. So you can click it and you can see all the references of what I'm talking about in this episode. You can deep dive into it, look into the comments, learn more about it that way. I'm going to keep it more surface and try to keep it as family friendly as I can, because this is a family friendly show. Although some of my opinions, these are all my opinions, all allegedly, as they say, all allegedly, all opinions. And some of them do get a little more spicy or saucy or whatever. So, because I have opinions, I feel a certain kind of way about a certain amount of things, and so it may get a little bit, it may have a lot to say, but we're gonna get through this today. We're gonna get through this right away. Oh my God, what did I just do? There we go. Okay, put this over here. So I was trying to rearrange some things on my screen so I can easily read through the these topics. We're going to spend 10 minutes on each topic, which means this will be a 40-minute show, a little bit more because I have some advertisement to share in between. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, Rockers and Mercuryans, today's show is brought to you by digitalestate.media. That's right, that's digitalestate.media. They are partners with Wix. If you guys know Wix, the website brand, they help with digital branding, whether it's websites, advertisements for your company, whether it's social media advertisements or whatever you may need for like photo shoots, anything you need for branding for your company. Digitalestate.media got your back, got you covered. Visit them today. Reach out for your to see how they can support you. So thank you so much to Digital Estate for sponsoring this episode or being one of our sponsors. All right, so let's get into our very first topic. You're gonna see me do this for each topic because that's gonna be how I know how to get through to each how to cut scenes as I'm editing. So we're gonna go ahead and start right now with this subject. Okay, I'm gonna click it. I have 10-minute timer on, so I'm gonna stick to my 10 minutes. All right, here we go. So, all right, today's first topic is Don Lemon. We're speaking about Don Lemon and the CEO who fired him from CNN unceremoniously, just randomly. We woke up one morning and just found out that Don Lemon was fired off of CNN. A lot of us know him from there. A lot of us know, we've seen him every day. We just like are used to him being on CNN, speaking whatever the heck he's speaking about, and we were really thrown off by his firing. To be honest, I was thrown off, but not for the same reason a lot of people were. A lot of people thought it was wrongful treatment and all these things. For me, I have a different kind of opinion, but this particular story, the reason why this is coming back up is because Don Lemon recently did a podcast or some sort. Like there's an audio out that I put in my thread of him speaking about the CEO who fired him now getting fired. So it says they gone now, says Don Lemon. Don Lemon feels vindicated after CEO who fired him from CNN was fired himself. I don't know. It's funny to me. It's funny to me because it's like he's making it seem now as if, I was done wrong and, I was innocent in this situation and those bad people, they let me go, which is something that a lot of people who are, shady snakes like to do and twist the narrative. When I look at this situation, I look at a whole pool full of snakes just all biting each other, eating each other's tails. That's what CNN is to me. I mean, when you go into a company and work there for so long, he's been there for so many years, spewing a lot of lies. Honestly, I mean, I'm not a supporter of Don Lemon in any way. I think he is very toxic for journalism, very toxic for the community. If you're gonna say the black community, whatever, it doesn't. Any community is just toxic for because he doesn't really have any. He's not really honorable. He's not an honorable person who stands by his truth. He's been caught so many occasions lying and twisting the facts for CNN, and so for him to all of a sudden feel vindicated and say that, oh, I don't even look at CNN anymore since I left. That's what he says in this interview. He's making it seem as if you see like it all comes around. Look at karma. There's no such thing as karma when you guys are all snakes. If you're all snakes, then of course snakes are gonna bite other snakes. That's just nature. That's not karma. That's just nature. And so I think it was really funny to see him try to twist the narrative a bit as if the right thing happened. Finally, justice is served somehow. Where was that justice when you were spewing all these lies about about what the government wanted you to say to the people? You're being a mouthpiece for so many lies. I would love to go into those lies, but you can look on YouTube at all the lies that Don Lemon has told, all of the untruths. And so I don't know. I find it hilarious for him to think like, oh yeah, now he's fired too. Okay, great. Both of you snakes are fired. Guess what? There's there's probably another snake that fired both of you snakes. So now there's 3 snakes, and it's just. He's trying to separate himself as if he wasn't there for how long was he there? I think he's like there over a decade. He's just been there so long, and he's trying to act like he's somehow different or better than the people who are still at CNN, who are still being snakes, who are still telling media lies to control the population. He's like acting like, oh, I'm different. I'm removed from that. I can't believe they took me out. I can't believe it. You're one of them. You're one of them, and you know how this happened, Don Lemon. Don Lemon is just, I just, when it comes, he's one of the symbols of journalistic failure in America. You know, like it's propaganda. He's like a propagandist puppet. And a propagandist puppet can't just come around and be like, oh yes, justice for this other puppet that got fired too. Like, no, it's just gonna be your time. And wherever he goes next, he'll probably do the same thing there and say whatever they tell him to do, and he'll be mad at them too when he gets fired. Like, it's comical. It's extremely comical. I love hearing the PR techniques he's using, the way he's speaking more slowly now, and he's acting more like, dignified. Where was that dignification when you were at CNN gaslighting people consistently, doing unfair interviews, yelling at black women, just being really just unhinged, to be honest. So I was happy when he already got fired. When Don Lemon first got fired, I thought it was hilarious at the beginning, but it wasn't going to change anything. I didn't think like, oh, CNN is going to be a better place now because Don Lemon is gone. No, 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 no. I didn't think that at all. I thought more like, okay, who's the next snake to take his place? Who's the next snake? Tucker Carlson, which I won't talk about him as much right now. That was more of a shocking thing when Tucker Carlson got removed from Fox. That was something that was like, I was kind of shocked. I'm like, oh wait, I thought that's what Fox had stood for, was, conservative values, or, the truth that he was saying. But we got to remember that Fox, CNN, a lot of these companies are owned by Viacom. They're all the same company, just spewing different types of, acting like they're on different sides of the field, but they're really all just saying the same thing to keep us all in this brainwashed space. And he's just one of the jesters. Like Don Lemon is just a jester, like the little clowns in the kingdom, where the clowns just really like, oh, they just make the crowd happy, and like, oh my gosh, how silly, the silly clowns. But those silly clowns are the most dangerous, some of the most absolute dangerous of the media. These clowns are some of the most dangerous. And I actually was watching an anime recently, which not recently, I watch it often. Really love the show. Jujutsu, sorry, not Jujutsu Kaisen, that's another anime. Tokyo Ghouls. And there was a part where I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's like these clown characters in that show. You have to watch it, but it's these clown characters, and they seem just like silly clowns, and it's a dark scene. Like, they're basically selling people in the scene, and they're like jesters, and they're just like, oh, they're just acting like it's all silly and fun. Like, oh, look at these people. Who's gonna pay for these people? Like, almost like a slave trade. It was really crazy in the show. But then as the show continues, you find out that those clowns, those jesters, are some of the most dangerous ghouls in that realm, like, of that event that was happening, the selling event. And they ended up like being a really hard opponent for the main character, for the hero of the show. It was a really tough opponent for them to like fight. And they seem like they're just some silly clowns, but they're actually very dangerous. And that's what Don Lemon reminds me of, like a silly clown that is very dangerous to the community, because what he's spoken has had no integrity throughout his years at CNN. I don't even know if I can count on a hand how many times he's been like real, like he's been real on CNN. So for me personally, I just think it's hilarious that he's trying to separate himself from the CEO who fired him, as if that CEO really was the main reason that he got fired. I'm sure there's people above that, because if a CEO can get fired, then who's making these decisions? Who's making the decision to fire the CEO? The board of CNN. And so when it comes to him, just acting as if the CEO and him are not in the same boat already, it's just laughable. So Don Lemon, I don't know. Enough time hasn't gone by for us to forget what you've done to the community and to journalism. Enough time has not gone by to erase the lies you put on the Conservative Party, and to the lies you put on, just the truth, the way you twisted the truth into lies for your news stories, So I hope you enjoy your unemployment from CNN, Don Lemon, but this new story, it tickled me, so I did choose it for this particular episode. I chose it. I'm like, let me just go and talk about this. I don't even know if I talked about the original firing of Don Lemon. Maybe I discussed it in passing in a past live I did, but not like into depth about it. So Don Lemon, girl, bye, girl, bye. Like he's in figuratively speaking in bed with all the other scammers, all the other snakes. They're just slithering together. So it's like, are you supposed to feel sorry for you? Are you supposed to, like, you shouldn't feel vindicated because your fellow snake got its head chopped off or whatever. Like, you shouldn't feel vindicated by that because you are that person. And he's just going to be right behind you, one or two people behind you in the unemployment line, in the canceled line. I actually haven't even heard from Don Lemon or like any big story about him until this story. So I think people are supposed to feel like, oh, it's like, oh, great, some justice was served because the CEO that fired Don Lemon is now fired too. Like, what justice is that? It's like I said, right now there's still a snake at the head of CNN. So who cares? Who cares about any of this? So yeah, I thought it was funny that it was a Twitter trending topic. If you want to see more about it, check on the comments. Go to my Twitter, Pop Rock Mercury, and I have the thread, the Rock Mercury Show Ep.2 topic thread. You'll see it on the top of that. So that's all. That's all on that. That's all on that. Let's go to the next topic in a second. Let's take a little drink of my shake, and then we're gonna talk about another sponsor. So, all right, just in 10 minutes. Yeah, we did it in 10 minutes. Let me sip on this. This is a protein shake from Veg Powder, Veg Protein. Very tasty. There's almond butter in here and like veggie milk and stuff. Thank you, Xavier. Xavier said, "I love your shirt." Thank you for the shirt. I appreciate that. Thank you for liking it. It would be nice if it was flip. Wouldn't it be nice? Oh my god, I keep forgetting to unmirror it. Yeah. Oh, that's tasty. My sister just stopped using peanut butter as often and using almond butter, and it is delicious. Love it, love it. Did you make it yourself? No, my sister makes it. Very tasty. Okay, so before we get into the next topic, let's do a little bit of another sponsor call out. So my next sponsor that I want to shout out and be so thankful for is SlayRealEstate.world. That's right, that's SlayRealEstate.world. Shout out to them for supporting people in their real estate with their real estate needs, whether it's purchasing new homes, investment properties, leasing, renting. It's all of it. Like they will support you at SlayRealEstate.world, connect you with an amazing real estate professional that can help you through the process. You don't benefit when you don't have a real estate professional by your side. You actually can end up in a situation where you lose out not just on money, but maybe even your dream house without having a professional to help guide you through the often complicated process of home ownership or home rental. So make sure that you have a real estate professional by your side. Go to SlayRealEstate.world, or you can visit my website, rockmercury.com, click on partners, and it will be right there as well. So thank you so much for everyone who supports SlayRealEstate.world. All right, next topic. All right. So on this next topic, let me put the timer on. Okay, timer on. The next topic we're talking about today, we have Natalie Nun throwing shade at Joseline Hernandez, who are both on the Zeus network, or doing these ratchet shows. One of them doing the Baddies West, and then the other one is Natalie Nun does Baddies West as a reality show, a very ratchet one at that. And then Joseline Hernandez does the Joseline Cabernet. So there's a clip of Natalie Nun on the mic at some event that Joseline's at too, I believe, and she's throwing shade, saying that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B is up in her DMs, and and saying that all these people are in her DMs, whatever, and that they tune in to see the baddies and all this stuff. And I'm watching it, and I hear it, and I get that it's all the antics and to get people excited, and I'm sure that Joseline has thrown shade at Natalie before, or many times. That's all they do, honestly. Like it's this shade. That's what the whole show is. Baddies Club and Joseline's Cabernet. Now, I won't be a hypocrite and act like I don't watch these shows, because I do watch them, and it's kind of funny to watch these shows. But I will say that what are they competing for? What are they competing about? Both of these shows are ratchet. They're not for the improvement of society or black culture or Hispanic culture, whatever culture it is, there is not for the improvement or betterment of these, even the people in the show itself. They're getting people at the lowest of the lowest, the people who are, who have such low self-esteem that they're willing to call themselves wet, and like other baddie names. I can't think of other names right now. There's so many like just ratchet, cretaceous names that are just like not becoming of a person at all. And when I see this type of content, even though I do watch some of it and I do like some ratchet music and ratchet shows like this, I can't help but see very clearly that this is toxic to our society. And there's nothing more powerful than the media, especially in a country, like in a political. Let me not go on political route, but like there's nothing more powerful than the media for society. Media shifts and guides society to what the media wants it to think. And so both of these shows are poisonous. Both of these shows tell you that, hey, it's not okay to just handle a problem you have with a friend or a family or whatever. You need to pick up that drink and you need to throw that drink at that B word. Throw that drink at her, and then pick up a chair too. Pick up the whole chair. Get the whole chair up and you just throw that chair at that B word. That's the way that they tell you you're supposed to handle things. Oh, I should not have done that. My back, that hurt my back a little bit, actually. This chair is heavy. This is a really great gaming chair, you guys, by the way. I love this chair. But yeah, like that's what they tell you you're supposed to do. Just really ratchet things that do not actually heal relationships, actually exacerbate it more. There's not been a single event that the Baddies Club, the Bad Girls Club Baddies, whatever, or Joseline has done like a show event, like one of the shows where there hasn't been a crazy fight and some crazy drama. And I get that because it would be boring if it wasn't. That's what we tune in for. We want to see drama. If I tuned into that show and didn't see any drama, I'd be like, I'm not watching this again. I ain't even turning this on again. And that's a shame on my part too. Like I'm saying, I'm not trying to act like a hypocrite and be like, oh, I don't watch it. I do watch it, or and I still will. I'll probably still watch it after this. But I just think it's funny when they fight against each other, acting as if, oh yeah, they're all turning into Zeus Network to see us. Yeah, but look what's happening. People are watching that and doing the same thing. They're out there creating more and more drama in this world, more and more violence, more and more bad decisions. Like going to the poll isn't the best decision to make. Like, do I support these dancers, the female dancers out here that get on that pole and get their money so they can pay for college or pay for food, whatever the heck they're gonna do, pay for their kids? I do support it. I do support them because it's like they're trying to make their money. Is it the best route to go? No, even they would tell you it's not the best route. It wasn't their first option. It wasn't their first choice. And anybody who's on these shows, whether it's Joseline's show or Natalie Nun's show, it doesn't matter because both of them are still creating poison to the community. So like, at the end of the day, even if my name was Natalie Nun, these bees can't chin check me, I'm sorry. I had to say that. But anyway, no, it's the real thing about it is like, on another side note, for what she's saying, like with Natalie Nun throwing shade and being like, oh, Nicki and Cardi are in her DMs in the recent whatever. Who wants to be told like let's say I'm DMing you. We're having a conversation, I'm a celebrity, I'm DMing you. I don't want to see a post where you're talking about, yeah, Rock Mercury's in my DMs. I can show you right now. And she says that in the video. She's like, I can put my phone out right now. All the bad bees are in my DMs. So you're going to say Rock Mercury and then my op? I don't even have an op right now that I can say. I mean, maybe one of my exes or something like this. Are those my ops? Anyway, let's say I'm in your DMs and my ex is in your DMs too. Like, why would you go put that publicly? And now I don't want to DM you anymore. You're threatening to put my DMs out in front of the public. And that's what she did to Nicki and Cardi. She knows that Nicki doesn't F with Cardi. She knows that. She knows that Cardi wishes that she was Nicki. That's just creating more drama. To say they're both in your DMs, how does that help you? Now guess what? They're both about to probably be out of her DMs. They ain't about to respond anymore to none of this mess. So it's like that was not a good move for Natalie Nun to even flex that and be like, oh my gosh, like they're both in my DMs. Joseline, who's in your DMs? Because guess what? Beyonce loves Joseline. And Beyonce probably does not DM her because of the same reason that Joseline would probably do the same thing. Talking about, look at Beyonce's in my DMs. Beyonce's in my... No, that's so whack. It's such a whack thing to do to an artist who already feels isolated because of all the hate they receive and all the negative press. that they get from, people who just twist their stories and twist their words already. So you're going to threaten to expose these private DMs for no reason but to just show that you're better than another B word. Like, I'm better than her. I'm better. It doesn't make any sense. Like, she should have stayed quiet and just said that there's some bad B's in my DMs. All the top line celebrities. If you're gonna run this and be fake, like, be drama like that, like, don't say the names of the people. Just say there's some bad B's, there's some A-listers, there's some blue checks in my DMs. If you even have to do it, why are you gonna put Nicki's name and Cardi's name in the same sentence at all? That's not even. That's like, who cares if Cardi's in your DMs? She's in everybody's DMs, trying to stay relevant because she has no talent. If Nicki's in your DMs, it's probably because she mentioned your name earlier and said that even if her name was Natalie Nun, these bees still can't chin check her, on her endless fashion verse with Uzi Vert. So it's like, why do you think that that's the proper way to, flex on a hater by trying to dox your supporters, very big supporters? I don't think Nicki or Cardi B would like to hear that Natalie Nun is over here throwing that. I got their DMs they're in my DMs right now. Like, I can show you my phone right now. But then she doesn't show the phone. And then I don't think she's lying. I think they both are. I think they both are in her DMs. But why would you say it? Why would you put their names out there? The DMs are going to stop immediately. So Natalie Nun, I don't know. I think she feels like she doesn't deserve her platform or something because she just keeps on doing ratchet stuff. But at the end of the day, what do you expect from somebody who's creating a show with the content of the Baddies Club or something like that? It just doesn't make any. It's on brand for her, but it's like, girl, like, leave Nicki out of it, leave Cardi out of it. Like, all these people, I don't defend Cardi, I don't even like Cardi, but it's like, leave them out of it. Like, that doesn't make any. Like, what? You have Nicki and her op. That means you're fake. That means you're a snake, Natalie Nun. That actually just exposed her. It actually was not a flex, And if we get really real, at the end of the day, if Joseline sees Natalie Nun in the Walmart parking lot, what's gonna go down? What's gonna go down? We already know Joseline's gonna go pop, 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 pop. It's done for Natalie. Like, are you serious? If they're really at each other, like, person to person, they're throwing hands, we know who's gonna win. Joseline don't care. We've already seen with Joseline. Joseline will go to prison. She'll go to prison just to prove a point. Prison for a point. Natalie is not about that life, and she shouldn't be throwing shots at Joseline for any reason. It's just not safe. Like, Joseline is not a hinged person, allegedly. She's very unhinged, allegedly. So, I don't know. This just seems really, like, messy and just useless or whatever. That's the end of that. I don't have anything else to say on that. But Natalie, that's a really ghetto move. That's just a really ghetto move, Natalie. You should do better. Like, don't mention Nicki and Cardi again. Bad move. All right, we have our next topic coming up. Let me take another sip of my delicious veg shake that my sister made me. It's a veg protein shake, very tasty. Thank you guys for tuning into the Rock and Mercury show. We have 2 more topics left before we, close out. Vanilla ice cream flavor. Hello, lovely Cole. Thank you so much for the gifts. So kind. I appreciate you being here today. All right, so before we start with our new next topic, let's talk about our sponsor. Our sponsor today is DigitalEstate.media. That's DigitalEstate.media for all of your marketing and media needs. DigitalEstate.media has your back. Whether you need a new website, a new marketing campaign, new creatives designed, product photos, anything you may need for your marketing, we can support you in making it happen. And so please connect with our team at digitalestate.media. And the website the link is also on my website, rockmercury.com. You can click on partners and you'll be able to connect and get some support with your digital needs, digital estate. Everything online is your estate. Like, we have our home. This is an estate I'm living in right now. but then it's like on the digital world, you have an estate as well as a company or as a small brand. Digital estate works with small businesses. It can be one person employee or it can be 1,000 people employees. Like either way, we can support you in creating a digital brand, a digital estate that is as magnificent as you can imagine it, and as we can imagine together. But we want to make your vision come to life. So thank you so much to Digital Estate. All right, next topic. Next topic coming up. So, let's go ahead and see. Oh, speaking about Nicki Minaj, since Miss Natalie wants to throw her name out, we have Nicki Minaj on the docket today. So this next one, let's go ahead and put this timer on, and hold on. All right. For our next topic today, we are going to be discussing Nicki Minaj reveals that she's writing a Call of Duty bar following her collaboration with the hit video game. Now, that to me is just part of the genius of Nicki Minaj and why she is the queen of rap. It's just uncomparable, you know. Like not only did she commit, she showed up for the Call of Duty. She made sure that she looked right. She looks amazing in the Call of Duty game. I actually bought the game just so I can get her character. There wasn't any other reason, to be honest. Like I'm a Fortnite player, but I wanted to play Call of Duty to play as Nicki Minaj. So now I'm learning Call of Duty, and I'm going to be playing today at some point and tomorrow as well. But yeah, so I like a lot of the barbs went out to purchase this bundle. I was happy to get it, so happy to get it, and I've been loving to play with it. So it was such an iconic move for her to be a part of such a large, huge game. Like although I am a Fortnite player, Call of Duty is ginormous as well. Oh gosh, it's ginormous as well, and so it's an honor to be able to play as her in the game. I hope that Fortnite also brings a skin. Just on a side note, there's no reason that there can't be a skin on Fortnite as well. Fortnite has a ton of other artists that they promote and stuff on there, and I understand that Nicki most likely has a year-long exclusivity agreement with Call of Duty. Like they're not gonna just let her like put out, not let her, but, you know, I'm sure they signed a contract so she can't just put out a skin in Call of Duty, but then, you know, put out a Fortnite skin the same week or something, the same month. Like I'm sure they have some kind of exclusivity, or she even has enough coot to not overload the gaming market with too much Nicki Minaj, branding. Because to me, I mean, people need time to buy the Call of Duty one. They need time to use it and play it and put the videos up. Like she knows her branding. She's so smart with it, and so for her to not only show up for the videos to make sure that she looked right in it. I'm sure that she met with them in person. I'm sure she did commercials for it. She did a song already for Call of Duty. She did like a little song that plays in it, that plays in Call of Duty in one of the commercials. She has done little taglines throughout the game as well, and helped to pick out the whole bundle that you buy in Call of Duty. So she was very much involved in it. And a lot of these other rappers, or a lot of other artists, they don't understand how much business acumen it takes. That's the right word. How much it takes to be as huge as Nicki Minaj, as integrity filled as Nicki Minaj. That's why they all try to attack her and come for her. But I'm telling you, there's so many barbs that never played Call of Duty a day in their life, like myself, who bought Call of Duty just to be Nicki Minaj in the game. And so her brand is powerful. I think it's awesome that she is going to be writing a Call of Duty bar. You know, all of her bars are iconic. She has certain lines, you know, pull up in the monster automobile gangster. Like that's just one line. I know so many more Nicki songs, but it's like even that one line, you know immediately what song that's from. You know immediately the power of her pen. And so she's saying, and that's kind of where she's going with this. She's like, hey, I'm going to write a bar about this. And she's letting us in on her songwriting process, which I think is a genius marketing move for anyone who has a strong community like hers of the Barbs. The Barbs, we love to be a part of her process. That's amazing. And so, let's see, Nicki Minaj says, thinks, in asterisks, ... writing a Call of Duty bar, ... Who knows what I rhymed it with? ? And that's on her Twitter. I think she posted it on the 8th of October. Sorry, August 2nd? The August 27th, 2023, which is yesterday. So she posted that yesterday. Um, and so yeah, she posted that yesterday, and I mean, who knows what's under that post? I should go to the post right now and try to find to see what they're rhyming Call of Duty with. But maybe she'll find a bar that's better than even what she wrote. So it's exciting to have her community like combine and like help to make a new song that's gonna be a hit. Anything Nicki's on, it slaps. Anything Nicki's on slaps. And it's just gonna be that way. So shout out to Nicki Minaj on being the business queen, the rapping queen, the music queen. It's such an honor to be part of the Barb community. I'm a Barb forever, and I don't know. I just think it's just so iconic to go above and beyond her contract. I'm sure that her even writing this Call of Duty line wasn't even in the contract, but she's like, you know what, I'm gonna do an extra. I'm adding on to it, and she promoted it, and she didn't leak. She didn't leak when it's coming out. She's not messy like that. Like her brand is not as messy as a lot of these girl rappers, whatever. And people keep coming for her and saying like that they have something to say about her man and her all the other things that they want to talk about. It's like she's living her life. She's been very clear and transparent about what she feels and where she's at in her journey. And respect to the queen, Nicki Minaj. Respect to her. People keep coming in my comments saying, "Stop glazing, Nicki Minaj. Stop glazing." I don't even know what glazing means. I have no idea what that even means. All I know is that I be glazing they daddy's cheeks. That's all I know. I be glazing their daddy's cheeks when they try to tell me that I'm glazing Nicki Minaj. No, I support and I stan Nicki Minaj. I stan her. I'm grateful for her. Her music has blessed my life, and I'm so grateful. Um, and so I don't understand why people want to throw shade at her when she's just doing her job and above it. She's doing her job and just like she's just literally lifting and she created the pink print for the whole female rap industry, which is the top, the top of the industry. Like there's nothing on top of female rap. Like nobody's outselling it, nobody's outdoing female rap. And so, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Um, Shout out to the Queen. We're so proud of her. We can't wait to hear this bar. And I'm kind of wondering, what would she rhyme Call of Duty with? I'm shoot her up on Call of Duty, and she whip a, shoot her up on Call of Duty. Whip that A. My name is Pootie. I don't know. I don't know. Like Pootie Tang. I don't know what she's gonna mix it with, but shout out to Nicki Minaj. I cannot wait to hear what she decides to rhyme Call of Duty with. And go and get it. Go to Call of Duty, get the one that's out right now, um, and then also get the new one that's coming out. There's a new Modern Warfare 3 coming out in November, right around the time when her album comes out on November 17th. And I'm going to promote this all the time. The new Nicki Minaj album is coming out on my birthday. On my birthday, she picked up all the days there's so many days in the year, 365 days, and she chose my birthday for her long-awaited album. It's been like over 5 years, I believe, us waiting for this new album, and it's coming out on my birthday, November 17th, this year. So shout out to Nicki Minaj. Who knows what else is going to be coming out of the woodwork. It's been hilarious to watch people play as Nicki and see the thickness. They really did. They made Nicki thick. She's thick. Nicki is thickness. Yes, Nicki. She looks great in the show, and I'm glad they fixed it. I'm glad they fixed her face in it because I felt like the first one when it released, I wasn't sure it looked like her enough. I was kind of thrown off by the face. I'm like, that doesn't look like Nicki. Like the bars be looking. We know our queen. We know our queen. I will show you my phone. My phone has her as my backdrop, my screensaver. So, but I'm on the phone right now, so I can't show you. But yeah, like we know our queen. We know what she looks like, so we need to make sure that we have to make sure that she looked right on there, and she does look great. Also, her new photo shoot for her new song. Um, she looks beautiful, natural, and amazing. Even Azalea Banks had to chime in. Who shout out to Azalea Banks, love you, Azalea. Um, Even she had to chime in and say she's never looked more beautiful and radiant than this photo shoot, and she does look amazing. And so I hope that this may be her cover art for the album too. I don't know. It looks like it's just going to be a single cover art, but either way, the new photo shoot for Nicki is it's looking amazing. She's like in like these kind of Jules. It's like, is it Jules or I'm looking at it right now. I think is this Jules? Oh, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing. It's like it looks like she's I don't know what kind of material that is, but it's like shiny. It's like a nude illusion, but it's not nude. It's not like it's still classy. Her hair looks gorgeous, going down to the crack, down to the bottom of the crack. You know what I mean? What crack I'm talking about? Like all the way down that long, long. Ooh, yes, looking like it's just like she's got out the pool, makeup on fleek. You know the pink eyeliner, everything. She's just the eyeshadow on pink, like just enough that right kind of pink too. She's giving. She's given. She's always gave it, and we respect her and love Nicki Minaj in this household. So that is all I gotta say on Miss Nicki. Congratulations for the Call of Duty. I know they paid her right. I know they paid on Nicki right. So love you, Nicki. Love you, Onika. And that's all I gotta say for that part. Let's go on to our next topic. All right, let's get some more drink. I'm gonna read some comments before. Miss Cannabis in the house. Hey, Miss Cannabis. Good to see you. We're gonna play our game. We're gonna play some games after I finish these topics. I think I have. How many more topics do I have? I have 2 more topics left. I think. Let me see. Did we finish? Oh no, we have 1 more topic. We just have 1 more. We already talked about Don Lemon and the CEO that fired him getting fired now. We talked about Natalie Nun throwing shade at Joseline Hernandez. We spoke about Nicki Minaj writing a verse for Call of Duty, a Call of Duty bar, I mean. And the next topic is, I have a lot to say about. The next topic, I got a lot to say about this next topic. But before then, let's go into and shout out our sponsors of the day. But first, let me go ahead and sip a little bit more. Yeah. Tasty. Let me see if I missed any more comments. Oh, someone said Rock. Oh, hold on. This is Sleepy Chris. Says, "Hey Rock, it's my birthday today. My mom gave me an Xbox Series Gilded Hunter bundle and keyboard. Ooh, I love that for you. Wait, why do you have a keyboard? Why would you need a keyboard if you had an Xbox Series S Gilded Hunter? I don't. Do you play keyboard with? Can you play Xbox on the keyboard? I don't know. I don't have an Xbox. I have PlayStation 5. And I love it. The Xbox is great too. But happy birthday to you either way, Chris. Let me make sure I say your name right. Sleepy Chris, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday, and I hope you have an awesome day today. Let's see, Rocky. Miss Cannabis says, have you heard the Ice Spice and Nicki song called Princess Diana? It's so good. Oh, you know I heard that. You already know. I listen to that every day. So most definitely heard that song. But thank you, Miss Cannabis. All y'all go listen to Princess Diana remix with Nicki Minaj. There's 2 versions. There's 2 versions of it. There's one that's extended cut that's better than the original. They're both great, but there's one that's better because it has an extra verse from the end from Nicki Minaj. And then goes, "Hey yo, Isis, you got these bees crunchier than ISIS. Come and throw it down. I'm gonna let gang hit the night shit. Whatever." She said she don't like me, but her baby daddy like it, or something like you know. She goes in. I can't. I'm forgetting the lyrics right now to the last verse, but shout out to Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj. Okay, we're gonna get into the next topic after we shout out our next sponsor. So. This episode is also brought to you by SlayRealEstate.world. That's right, that's SlayRealEstate.world. No matter where you are in the nation or in some other countries as well, SlayRealEstate.world would love to connect you with an amazing real estate professional to help guide you through your purchasing, renting, leasing, investment needs when it comes to real estate. Please reach out to SlayRealEstate.world. And with their email and be very detailed on what you are looking for, and they would love to support and help you through that and get you into your new home or get your new investment property or your new rental in between home, whatever it may be. They don't judge, so please support SlayRealEstate.world. Okay, you guys, we're going to go into our next topic. Oh my God, this one right here. Whew, I got to keep it at 10 minutes. I have a timer on, but it's going to be tough to keep this one at 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right. Let's just click it. Oh my gosh. This next topic. And Rockers and Mercuryans, our final topic of this episode of the Rock Mercury Show is about Queen Britney Spears and her divorce from the scammer, the gold digger, the conservative, hired help, Sam Asghari, who had the audacity to even say that Britney Spears is Miss Asghari. No. You're Mr. Spears. You were Mr. Britney Spears. And so, let me get it. I'm gonna get passionate about this. All right. First off, if you don't already know, I love Britney Spears. I created a whole line of free Britney Spears sweaters and other merchandise to just promote her freedom from the conservatorship that she was held in prison in. I'm also a realist on the situation, and I understand that Britney Spears was giving an amount of, allegedly given an amount, from her own words, an amount of lithium that can melt the brain, And so I'm very real about that, but that has nothing to do with the fact that Britney still deserves freedom, love, joy, and happiness. She's given us so much in pop culture world. She's given us so much as a person and as an American fixture in our society. Like, we love Britney Spears. I've worked with Britney Spears before. I was neighbors with her father for over 3 years, and that was a whole different story right there. There's a lot to this part right here, but I want to talk about this specific situation in this divorce. So all of a sudden, this happy-go-lucky Sam Asghari, who for some reason TMZ always knows where he was, even when Nicki Minaj, Nicki again, even when Britney wasn't even speaking to the public, even when Britney Spears wasn't speaking to the public, somehow Sam Asghari was getting caught up with TMZ. They would find him as he's walking from the store, or walking some dog, or whatever he's doing, and he would talk to them, and he'd be smiling like, "Oh yes, oh this, and just spilling not too much tea, but enough to make us think like, okay, maybe Britney's okay, maybe just enough tea." Now, to me, as somebody who's worked directly with TMZ, who I can call TMZ up and they will come to meet my clients in Los Angeles. That's why I'm so happy to be gone from Los Angeles. It's so fake and phony. The fact that I can make a phone call and have done this so many times for my celebrity clients. I've worked with a lot of celebrities over time. I've called, made phone calls, got TMZ to be there within minutes because they're all over Hollywood. I have them, they know who I am. And so I would call them and say, hey, one of my clients is going to be at this place right at this time. And they would know, my clients would know that this is happening, and they'd be like, they'll act surprised, like, oh gosh, how did you guys get here? Oh my God. And they'll look good, their makeup will be right, because I would have already hired their makeup artist. I would have made sure that they were looking just right enough, but still natural enough to be seen in public, Sam Asghari always had TMZ on speed dial, or maybe the conservatorship did. It is just it's very crazy to see somebody who is basically like a handler for Britney Spears speaking to the press so often. To see Harvey at TMZ over there just like pandering to Britney, always trying to get more info, like obviously more info. He was a snake, one of the snakes that fed that information to the media. And what is he doing right now? Before, it was positive when he was thinking that, oh, Britney's, in a certain space, a mental space, so if I can just marry her right now. I'm telling you what I believe allegedly his plan was from the beginning. When he first married Britney Spears, his plan was to be with Britney until the effects of the lithium become you're unable to function after a certain amount of lithium, and then he'll be the conservator. He'll be the one that has all the money. That's why he was all of a sudden turned on Jamie Spears, which is my neighbor. He turned on Britney Spears' dad, Jamie Spears, after before the marriage started happening. He turned on him and was not against Jamie Spears, when originally he was hired by Jamie Spears to be Britney Spears' handler / boyfriend, to keep an eye on her, That's why now that they're divorced, Britney Spears is out here free, living her life, doing her thing out in these streets, getting fried chicken in the middle of the night, dancing, having men lick her leg and stuff. I'm not saying that these are all the best behaviors. But she also didn't get to be free for so long. So of course she's going to have some time where she's going to be doing her thing. So I support Britney, whatever she's doing in that way. But This snake is over here now trying to flip the script and say, oh, Britney attacked me. Britney was physically violent with me. Now, I've been through actual physical violence. My ex-partner, my ex-husband, actually tried to end my life multiple times. You know? Like, it's a real thing. Like, these domestic situations are real and they're dangerous, you know? And so for him to try to flip on Britney, by the way, I've been around Britney Spears. She's a tiny woman. She's a small woman. She's a firecracker. She's powerful, but she's small. Sam Asghari is like a bodybuilder, you know? And now he's kind of let himself go now that he's gotten too comfortable and wealthy. You know, he's looking a little bit dad bod without the kids. He's giving dad bod without the kids. He ain't even got no kids, but he's giving dad bod. It doesn't have to happen. I don't know how this happened, but anyway, he's out here now saying that Britney was physically violent, was cheating on him, was all these random things, which is just so disturbing because I'm like, I'm not saying that somebody can be somebody you can't get abused because even my ex was smaller than me, but like he was more trained and could end my life. He tried to and I had to fight for my life multiple times. I should have left. I know everybody says you should have left. I know when you're in love, when you're in a situation, like it's hard to leave, especially when you're married. But I did leave at a certain point. Now I'm gone. I'm thankful to be gone out of that situation. But he did not leave the situation. He knew the state that Britney was in. He knew that she was lithiumed out, spinning in circles. Which, you know, I live for those videos because I'm like, hey, at least she's free, at least she's alive. What do we want? The alternative of Britney Spears not being alive? No, we want her to be alive. We want her to thrive. And so he knew what he got into, and then all of a sudden, as Britney's freedom became too much for him to handle and for him to literally handle her and hold her down, now he wants to jump ship and act like, oh, she attacked me, she abused me, I deserve money. He signed an ironclad prenuptial agreement that he's trying to get reconsidered. He's trying to see if he can find some way to make more money out of it. When Britney Spears is already paying, $10,000 a month for his apartment, allegedly. $10,000 a month for his apartment. You know, but now he's trying to come for more. You know, it's just like, was the money you got paid out of the conservatorship not enough? Were you not able to flip a career? You're married to the most famous woman, one of the most famous women on earth. One of the most famous women on earth, and you still weren't able to get a career. You weren't made for Hollywood. These people, there's so many snakes in Hollywood that are just opportunists, that will just get in and sneak in right where they can, play their part, play their position to the public, but you see that they don't have the real talent. The real talent has always been Britney Spears, which is why I said earlier, it's hilarious that he made a post when he got married, saying like, oh, Mr. and Mrs. Sam Asghari, Mr. and Mrs. Asghari. No. Nobody can even barely pronounce your name. I can't even barely pronounce your name. I hope I'm saying it right. You are Mr. Spears, or were Mr. Spears, Mr. Britney Spears. That's what your name is. Like, no one even knew who you were before Britney. And if anyone cheated, it was you, because we have so much proof of different people alleging that you had different harassment charges for women at the gym you go to. And I know what gym he goes to. I'm not going to put it out there right now, but I know what gym he goes to. And he's always around Hollywood just trying to get as much clout as he can. Britney has become a private person because of what she went through, but yet her own husband is out here selling her out. The second that it's over, he's out there just talking mess and trying to find any way that he can leak this fake news to TMZ, fake information. But he's already has his relationship with TMZ, so of course they're going to publish whatever he says and say, a source says, a source says, a source. Sam is the source. Sam Asghari, Mr. Britney Spears, is the source. You know, and TMZ has no integrity for the way they treated Britney Spears over the years. And I don't want to hear any of this mess of all of a sudden him trying to find some way to get some money out of Britney. Britney has done enough for you. Britney's done enough for her whole family. I think Britney should go to an island on her own and just live, because I'm like, people have just done her dirty everywhere she turns. Like, yes, she may be a symbol for American culture, but she's a human. She has feelings. She's a loving person. She makes amazing music. And so much of her art and her kids have been stolen from her, have been turned against her through her ex, Kevin Federline, who was also a serial cheater. She even wrote that in songs. Britney, let's go. It's time for me to move along. It's time for me. Tired of singing sad songs. Like that song that she speaks about the times that he would cheat on her. So it's just like she's just been constantly betrayed, and I just think I really hope for peace and love for Britney. So we have a free Britney. Can we please get justice for Britney? And I wish her well on her trial. And I hope that this divorce just gets over with. I hope that the prenup is really ironclad. So, all right, that's the last subject for now. Thank y'all so much for joining today. Again, this episode was brought to you by SlayRealEstate.world and DigitalEstate.media. So thank y'all so much for being a part of today. I'll put this on, it's already going to be live on YouTube. It's live right now. It'll be up and live to watch as a replay. And then I'll put these clips on Instagram and Twitter as well. So thank you so much, you guys, for being here. This was episode 3 of the Rock Mercury Show. I hope to come back with you guys tomorrow for another episode with 4 new Twitter trending topics. By the way, are they still calling Twitter? Like, I know it says X on there. I'm on Twitter all the time, but like it says X. So I'm like, is it called X now? Like, it's still Twitter.com. So like, is it called X, or I don't understand. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure, but yeah, I'll be on. I'll post it on there as well, and we're gonna get our topics from the Twitter trending topics tomorrow as well. So, all right, rock on, Mercuryans. I will be logging on very soon to Fortnite if you guys want to watch me game. Somebody in earlier was like, "I'm confused. Are you a Fortnite creator or are you a podcaster?" That's what they were saying earlier. And it's like, I can do whatever the heck I want to do. I can create. I can play games. Do you eat and drink? Do you sleep too? Do you go on walks? We could do a multitude of things. So stop pigeonholing people into certain things and stop being confused and start just watching and enjoy the dang show instead of having something to say. So, anyway, rock on, Mercuryans. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you again, but I will be back on the show very soon, back on Fortnite. Thank you all so much, and bye. Go to rockmercury.com for all things Rock Mercury. See you guys soon. This show will be coming every day, every weekday in the morning for our morning Rock Mercury show. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. This has been fun to me. Like I only pick the topics I care about. Like I look at the trending topics, but I look at the only ones I care about that I have something that I actually want to say. Otherwise, it's like, why am I talking about something I don't know, like at all about? Like I just don't have any idea about them. So that's how I do. In the future, I do want to have some people like in the comment section. I want to give like advice, or would it be advice or my feedback? Rock Mercury feedback. I want to, like, if you guys have something, like, even if somebody has something now, if they have something they want feedback on or some support with, Rock Mercury support, like if you have something going on in your life, like, hey, I have drama going on with my sister or my brother or my family, or I have drama with my ex. I think my ex is cheating, or I think that I'm trying to see if I should move somewhere. I'm trying to see there could be any kind of topic that you may have a question about, and I'll pick the one that I want to read, and maybe we'll do like 1 or 2 at the end of the episode. So people on my TikTok, because that seems to be where most people comment on my TikTok, you guys can comment on if you guys want certain advice or just certain feedback on my opinion on your situation. I would love to discuss that with you guys right here on the Rock Mercury Show. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Brian says, W, man. Love this guy. Oh, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And we have a lot more coming, a lot more content coming for you guys. I have my Cash App is Rock Mercury. I am right now saving for a new PC computer, like a gaming computer, so that my live streams don't freeze as often. I know a lot of you experience the freezing situation. I'm thinking that might be because my laptop keeps overheating when I'm streaming because of the TikTok Studio app. So right now I'm working on saving for the new computer. I have it on my wish list. It's on rockmercury.com. My wish list is in the menu under wish list. And you'll see the gaming, the computer, there's like a gaming desk I have that I wanted to get, and a big monitor for me to play on as well. So if you guys would like to support in any way, you can either gift on Cash App and I can save up for it, or you can gift by going to the Amazon Wish and getting whatever you can afford to get. And I really appreciate it. No gift is too small. I'm so thankful for every single one of you guys. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I'm going to tune right back in a moment. So thank you so, so much, you guys. And rock on, Mercury. And see you soon. Bye.